Thanos and his mech army are no match for Hulk's powerful new mech suit activated by his Mech Gauntlet. Hey Marvelites, welcome to Marvel's Avengers Mech Strike, Mech Mine Marvel, where I'm going to show you how to use art supplies and basic household items to assemble some awesome Avengers Mech Strike gear of your own. My name is Ryan and I love Hulk, so today I'm going to show you how to make your own Mech Gauntlet using some safe household items. Before I start, here are a few tools and materials I'll need to have on hand. First, bottle caps. Really any kind of bottle can work, but here we're using the caps from old milk jugs. Next, gray, purple, and black paint. Craft rubber sheets or makeup sponges. It really just has to be something squishy and soft that you can cut shapes out of that can help protect your fist when you're smashing things. Last, a gardening glove. You might be able to find this around the house, or you can definitely get one at any hardware store or home goods store. And for tools, you'll need hot glue, scissors, pencil, a ruler, and paintbrushes. Now let's get started. Step 1, look around the house and see if you can find an old gardening glove, or like I said earlier, you can find one at a hardware store or home goods store. Step 2, put the glove on and trace around it on a rubber sheet. This is going to give you an outline that we can cut our first layer of armor pieces out of. Next, grab your ruler for step 3. Cut armor pieces out of the rubber sheet that fits inside the outline of the glove. You want to use the ruler to trace the shapes first because the Avengers mech tech is all very square with hard edges, so that is the look we're going for with these armor pieces. And we're cutting the rubber sheet inside of this outline because that way we know all the shapes will fit on top of the glove. And we're going to want pieces that fit on top of each finger, as you can see right here. So I'm going to outline those shapes now too. I'll also round these edges because it looks a little nicer, and I think it seems like the kind of design detail that Tony Stark would add. At this point, you're going to want to keep the shapes bigger because this is just the bottom layer of armor, so we'll be putting smaller pieces that can be more detailed on top. Take your time cutting these out. You want to make them look nice and neat like they just came off the conveyor belt of Stark Industries. Step 4. Take all of the pieces that you just cut out and lay them out onto another rubber sheet. Then trace around them. Here we're setting up a template to cut our next layer of armor from. Step 5. Draw shapes within these outlines and cut those out too. As I mentioned earlier, these shapes can be a little smaller and more detailed. This is the top layer of armor that we'll be adding. We're using these outlines as a guide to make sure that this next layer of armor fits neatly on top of that first layer. I'm going to make these all pretty square to stay in that mech look, but really you can just have fun and make this your own. Part of the fun of making something like this is that no two gauntlets will be exactly the same. Step 6. Place these smaller rubber pieces onto the bigger pieces and use the hot glue to attach them. Have someone help if you need a hand. Step 7. Place the bottle caps where the fingers of the glove will meet the hand and glue them down. You want to add the glue to the bottom rim of these caps so that the flat side of the top is facing up. I'm putting 4 on here so there's 1 for each knuckle. Step 8. Glue the rubber armor to the back of the glove. As you'll see, I'm not gluing any of these big pieces over where I want the glove to be flexible, like my wrist or my knuckles. Just like when Tony Stark was making the Hulk's Mech Gauntlet, I'm sure he designed it to be flexible so Hulk can move quickly, and that's what I'm doing here. And for the armor on the fingers, you'll see I added creases where the joints in my finger are so that it will bend with my hand when I make a fist. I made these creases by pressing my ruler down into the rubber, but anything with a straight edge like that can work. Now, step 9. Put the glove on and apply more glue where the pieces of rubber are not fully attached. If you're not using a heavy-duty glove, you'll want to hot glue the edges without your hand inside because you could burn your hand on the glue. But if your glove is thick enough, just putting your hand in the glove will show you where you need more glue. Step 10, it's time to paint. This is the fun part. You can really go wild and make it your own here. We paint as the last step because we can cover up any mistakes or imperfections we made along the way. So I'm going with this gray, silvery paint as a base and using the purple for some of the accents. Step 11, let the paint dry, and bam! Look at this awesome Mech Gauntlet. I honestly couldn't be happier how this turned out. I really hope you guys had fun following along as well. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. Step 12, put the gauntlet on, and Hulk smash! Thanks for watching Marvel's Avengers Mech Strike, Mech Mine Marvel. And just remember, you don't need the lab at Stark Industries to make some epically fun mech gear.